At the back, we are all set to go then in MotoGP. It's lights out and we are racing in MotoGP 2024. Brilliant start by the pole man Jorge Martini, nailed it. Brad Binder got away too, really strongly from the second on the factory KTM, but Martin will lead the field into turn one. Aleix Espargaro back from the second place to fourth.
Bagnaia got away well, but he's still in fifth. Marc Marquez did not get on the way well. He's trying to get around the outside of Jack Miller, who got a brilliant launch from the fourth row of the grid.
So there is the beast in third place. He's just tucked in behind Brad Binder, who nailed the start on that factory KTM. That's Alex Rins further down the field, his Yamaha debut, running a little bit wide as they came through.
To ever so slowly edge back towards the leading pair, led by Martin, who's got a little bit of breathing space now over Brad Binder. Then it's Aleix Espargaro, Bagnaia and Bastianini. Here's Didier now going through on Jack Miller, who's having a bit of a sinking feeling that he experienced a few times last season. We often saw Miller get a good start and then gradually fall backwards. He's trying to avoid that same thing happening again. That's Alex Marquez now through on him.
Yeah, he's been picked off by both Marquez brothers on this lap 2 then of 11, and now Pedro Acosta is also smelling blood. The shark on the attack as well behind Miller. At the front, Martin has already taken over 0.3 of a second on this lap. Oh, Digi has gone down, and that's brought the yellow flags out in sector 3, and that looks like it's been a heavy one, doesn't it, for our Qatar Grand Prix winner here just 3.5 months ago. Fabio Di Gianantonio was in a right good old ding-dong early on here with the likes of Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez, Jack Miller and Pedro Acosta, and this is a bit boring for Digia, not able to get on his feet. Oh, he's really lucky. How fortunate is Fabio Di Gianantonio there. What on earth happened there? You don't see many riders crashing that position on the circuit. Coming out of the second gear, turn 10. He must have lost the rear on the gas there, sure, because the beast has just set his PB lap of the sprint so far, a 1:52.352. That's kept him just under 0.3 of a second ahead of Marquez. If you're looking to pick up some slipstream, down the 0.6 of a mile start-finish straight, through turn 2 they sweep then on lap 5 of 11. Martin got the whole shot. Nobody has been able to get through as yet on the sprint king of 2023. 9 sprint wins and 14 podiums. Martin amassed on Super Saturdays last year, and he's in pole position and prime position to make it 10.
Outside of Bastianini. He's starting to put a few metres between himself and Binder coming out of that final quarter. This is the part of the racetrack where KTM knew they had to make progress. Tell you who else is making progress. Marc Marquez is. He's passed Enea Bastianini. The fifth bike in your picture. Marc Marquez on the move here.
You could hear Martin's rear tyre screaming for grip as he got the power on coming out of that turn 16, launching out the second gear, 100 km/h final corner, up towards about 350 clicks when you hit top gear at the end of the start-finish straight. This is in the turn 16.
That's a mistake by Enea,
yeah, Bastianini, that's a couple of errors he's made already so far in this sprint. He felt like the improved corner entry performance and braking performance from the GP24 had eradicated a lot of those mistakes. He just wondered as well what he was conscious of seeing on his pit board, plus 0.93 behind him, which can cause you a little bit of concern.
Last time round, Marc Marquez, a 1:52.571. The only rider faster was Martin out front.
Pre-season, all that was coming out of Marc Marquez's mouth was, I'm not ready to win, I'm not ready to fight for the podium. Yeah,
is he kidding?
Yeah, who are you kidding? He is right in the game. Marquez, this could potentially be a dream debut on the Ducati. Tomorrow night, of course, he's trying to make it a hat-trick of wins for Gresini Racing. After the beast won here in 2022, Digia's phenomenal surprise success here last November. Gigi Dall'Igna looks on. Hasn't quite started stroking the beard just yet. It's only round 1. It's only the first sprint, isn't it? Yeah, that's always the giveaway sign to attack him and show him that front wheel, because if he has the Joey's wide, Marquez was wide, and that could be costly because Aleix Espargaro now is going to pick up all that rhythm. That was through turn 14, wasn't it? Yeah, Marquez desperately trying to defend and hold on to that fourth place. That might just well be sprint podium hopes gone here for Marquez. Just as he was sensing a chance to seize the opportunity to attack Bagnaia, he just made the mistake coming through those last of the fast rights, and he's dropped back now behind Aleix Espargaro.
Yeah, and he's not close enough either to attack Aleix Espargaro back again and use that straight line speed of that Ducati to regain that fourth place. So that's some relief for Bagnaia then, who's now got an advantage back to Aleix Espargaro, 0.7 of a second. It's brought Bastianini back onto the tail of Marc Marquez. Martin is just managing this out of the front, although Binder was quicker last time round, got back down to 0.4.
Let's see what happened to Marquez. Yeah, he just was committed, then just ran marginally offline, didn't he? Onto maybe a dirtier part of the circuit, and then just lost all of his. come then. 2 laps to go here in Qatar. Martin still just a whisker over half a second clear of Binder. Martin, Binder, Bagnaia. This takes you back to Burram, doesn't it, when they had that epic shootout in the Grand Prix. Bagnaia, this is not a given. He's going to hold off and resist Aleix Espargaro here, isn't it? Aleix Espargaro, desperate for and for his first ever podium here in Qatar.
Yeah, I was just about to draw our attention to that lap time. Aleix Espargaro just said a 1:52.4. Look how quickly he drew alongside Pecco Bagnaia, but that was the Bastianini move from earlier on. He couldn't get it started to turn 4. Perhaps a little bit impatience there from Aleix Espargaro, who's clearly quicker than Bagnaia, but turn 4 wasn't really a viable passing spot on the world champion.
Yeah, you guessed Bagnaia could probably sense that was coming and just gave him plenty of room, because he knew if he was coming in at that rapid rate of...
And then Marquez is still holding off Bastianini for 5th. The battle for 7th between Alex Marquez and Pedro Acosta looks like it's gone the way of the 73. He put in a 52.6 last time around to break clear of Acosta, but Acosta's comfortably ahead of Maverick Vinales, who's in a lonely 9th for the final sprint point. Jack Miller's now fallen 10 seconds off the lead in 10th. There's a battle with the Frenchman going on further back for 11th. Fabio Quartararo has just passed Zarco.
Aleix Espargaro fancies this. He's properly up for this, isn't he? Look at the grip he has coming out of turn 15, and he just eased on the inside of Bagnaia. Brilliant corner speed. Throughout this weekend, Aleix Espargaro has been untouchable in that 4th sector. This is where he has been the best rider so far this weekend, without any question. It was the 4th sector that put him second on the grid, and this time around his victim is Pecco Bagnaia, who tries to use some of that Ducati horsepower. He's second place. Martin surely has this one covered. What a start. Magic Super Saturday, isn't it, for Martin? Pole and what looks like being the first sprint win of 2024 for him.
Well, it might not be second place, as you say, for Brad Binder, although that might well have been Aleix Espargaro's best hope there. If he attacked into turn 16, he would have to be from a long way back, and he's decided better of it.
Through the final corner we go then. Jorge Martin was the Tissot Sprint King in 2023, and he's the Tissot Sprint King in Qatar in 2024. The perfect way for Martin to announce his championship challenge this season. Pole position and the sprint win on a Super Saturday for the Spaniard and Prima Pramac Racing. Brad Binder kicks off the new season on the podium in 2nd place, just over half a second away from Martin. Aleix Espargaro fights his way through to a brilliant 3rd place.
Behind his good friend there, Jorge Martin. That Tissot sprint had been over 12 laps. You feel Aleix Espargaro was going to finish second in that sprint. Aprilia will certainly take the positives out of that. A sprint podium to start the season, beating this man, the world champion Pecco Bagnaia, who, as we saw back end of last season, just doesn't have an answer for the likes of Martin over the sprint distance.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be a little bit frustrated, won't he, Pecco Bagnaia, because he was inside that top 3 for most of that 11-lap Tissot. And Aleix Espargaro is our first podium of the new season. Good to see as well, 3 different manufacturers on the podium. Yeah, hugely encouraging sign. Nothing but a whole bunch of positives to take from that sprint from Marc Marquez. I'm sure he enjoyed it. There's already high fives for a P5 for the 6-time MotoGP World Champion. Looks like maybe he was just having a few issues with front grip in that sprint, but there is plenty more to come, mark our words, from the number 93.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more from him as we go through the season. This was just sprint number